Hey, what's up guys, it's Famous and welcome back to another commentary. I'm just kind of drifting away from, life stories a little bit. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. After this whole YouTube is changing video that I just posted recently, I kind of got a little bit of a backlash for it from some of my friends, They're telling me, oh, clickbait, clickbait. But, I felt like that needed to be said. So, fuck you guys for telling me that shit. I'm just kind of rolling with the wind and I felt like it needed to be said. Just to kind of wrap this little intro up. I'm drifting away from the whole life story thing for a little bit. I haven't really gotten too many stories, that are worth telling. So I'm kind of trying to save some stories for you guys so I can use them, kind of sprinkle them a little bit, here and there for you guys. So just bear with me. If you guys don't really like these commentaries, let me know in the comment section down below. And if you like the life stories more, or you just like me just doing commentaries, or you don't really care at all, just let me know and I'll be happy to oblige to whatever you like. So anyways, just to kind of get into this, maybe you can tell by the title, I haven't chosen what title it was yet, so I don't know, that'll probably be a post-production choice. But we're going to be talking about shit talking, or I'm going to be doing a little bit of a rant, if you will. I'm going to be using my high school as a source of information, right? Like kind of an example, if you will. And just to kind of jump into it, a lot of people recently, it's been prevalent in the 2 years that I've been there. I'm a sophomore in high school, and so I've been here for freshman year and almost the full sophomore year. It's gonna end within the next month, I think. Yeah, within a month or so, we're gonna be out of school, and sophomore year is gonna be over and on to junior year. But just to kind of jump into it, shit talking has been prevalent, disrespect. I've noticed it for a little bit, ever since freshman year, and me coming from a new area. So just to kind of give a little bit of context, I grew up in LA, so I'm kind of an LA kid, and up in LA, there's really a lot of respect, with kids. Like, there's a lot of respect that goes on. You don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with you. You don't talk shit about me, I don't talk shit about you. That's kind of how it works, you know what I mean? And maybe it's in all high schools, because I've only been at this one, so I really don't know how it is down in LA, or up in LA, I should say. But I moved from LA to San Diego, and now I go to the school where a lot of these preppy kids act like they're entitled, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's unfair to say, but it's really all I've seen. A lot of these kids feel so fucking entitled. It's insane. I don't even know what it is. And I'm not even complaining right now, because I can mold. I'm very how do you say it? I'm very opportunistic. Is that? I'm trying to say I'm an entrepreneur when it comes to that shit. I don't know where this quote's from at. It's not an exact quote. I'm kind of just paraphrasing here, but it was a quote talking about entrepreneurs and stuff. A good entrepreneur doesn't complain. They just go with the flow, basically. And I can work with what I got, and I mean, I've done all right, for what I've got. But it's so difficult when it comes to girls, because you do one thing with one girl, right? And I'm not even talking about sexual things. You'll show the slight bit of kindness to one girl, and it'll be straight fucking mayhem, right? You'll say, hey, what's up, and they'll think you're fucking flirting with them. It's like what the fuck? What the hell is wrong with you? I don't know. It's a little crazy for me down here, but I'm kind of getting used to it a little bit. Don't know if that's a good thing, but I digress. So a lot of kids, it's become more prevalent in the past month or so that I've noticed that a lot of people are talking shit about each other. Everyone's connected in high school, everyone fucking, you say one thing, it'll literally get to people that you don't even know. You'll be talking to one person that you think you trust, and then all of a sudden, bam, they're fucking 5 other people know. Right? It's what the hell? I trusted you with that shit. Now, personally, look, I don't shit talk. I know that's probably gonna be very hard to believe for some people. They're gonna be like, oh, everyone shit talks, blah blah blah, whatever. You don't try to put yourself up on a high horse or whatever. Man, fuck that shit. I don't shit talk nobody. I don't give a fuck who it is or what they did to me or who did what. I don't shit talk, because really, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck about anyone else's business, right? I give a fuck about some people, but I don't give a fuck about their business. You know what I mean? That's not me. That's none of my business, basically. So it pisses me off when people decide to kind of make it their business, you know what I mean? Whatever I'm doing, they want to get into. It's like who the fuck are you to try to come into my life right now, trying to fucking know everything I'm doing and then spread that shit everywhere? It's who the fuck are you? You know what I mean? And it's disrespectful is what it is. And that's another thing too. A lot of the kids here are very disrespectful. You guys can't even fucking, and maybe you can believe, maybe it's the same at another high school, I'm not special, right? Everyone here is so disrespectful. It's crazy. I bet one thing that I will always stick to, and I will always say to anyone that ever talks to me about shit talking, not one person at my fucking school can say that their friend has not talked shit about them. Not one person. And I'm sure that's fucking true for most, if not all, people at my school. Because the amount of shit talk and disrespect is fucking absurd. Like, we have, you know, every school has their own cliques, right? But all these cliques here are so disrespectful to each other. It's like, are you guys really friends? Like, is that normal for you? You know, and me coming from LA, I've never experienced that. Like, in LA, I hate to compare San Diego to LA because, you know, they're obviously two different sides of the pond, but I mean, they're very close, but the amount of social difference and social standards are fucking insane. Pretty different, but it's not like hard social standards. It's like a subtle underlining tone, if you will, with the whole standards thing. You know, like socially on the top, like the cover, right? You know, the cover of the book, like, if you will. Everything seems normal, right? Everything seems fine. Everyone's kind of the same, you know, there's really no difference. But once you live there for a little bit and you kind of, you know, get to know the works and ins and outs of people and how they like interact with each other, it's pretty astounding, you know, how different it is. But to kind of get back into what I was saying, you know, from LA, you have friends with someone, you got that person's back till the end, you know what I mean? Like, I know that's very like immature. I don't know if that's immature of me to say, but you got that person's back till the end, or however long you're having a run with that person, you know what I mean? You don't shit talk that person, you don't disrespect that person. I mean, there's always the occasional, you know, you guys can fucking joke around with each other. Don't get me wrong, I fucking love to shit on my friends, you know what I mean? Like, I love to talk shit and have a little bit of a banter for all you UK kids out there. You know, a little bit of banter, you know, between friends, because that's always nice. That always lightens up the mood, you know, and makes it funny. But the second you start being disrespectful is when I have a problem, you know what I mean? Like, I'm very cool-headed, I like to consider. I don't know if I said this already, but I like to consider myself a very cool-headed person, and I'm very forgiving, right? But one thing I can't forgive is wasting my time. Like, materialistic shit, like, I can spend my money on you, or I can give you this, give you that, you know, I can spend money for you, or whatever, right? And that's fine. And I won't get mad at that shit, because you can always get money back, you know? And let's say I like let someone borrow something, and they just didn't give it back. That's fine. You know, whatever. Materialistic shit doesn't fucking matter. You know, that shit, you can always get that shit back. But my time, you waste my time, that's when I have a problem. Because I can't get time back. You know, no one can. So it's like, what the fuck? So I'm kind of sitting here with this dilemma. You want to waste my time? All right, then. Bye-bye. Get cut off. Fucking chop and block that bitch, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not even, you know, I don't want people to get this confused. I'm not talking about just girls or relationship wise, you know, I'm talking about relationship wise as in friends, family, and, you know, love interest or whatever. You know, I'm talking about that. You do that shit, cut off instantly. You know, just no more. I can't deal with that shit. And, you know, just to kind of, I want to wrap this up a little bit, but just to kind of let you guys know, there's a lot of disrespect going on in San Diego right now, in the little community that I'm in right now. I'm not saying it's the whole San Diego, but from what I've seen, it's pretty bad where I live. And, you know, if any of you guys who kind of live in my area and who know me from my school are watching this, just want you guys to know that if you're one of these people and you had to say yes to any one of these things that I pointed out about your friends talking shit, or if you're that friend that talks shit about your friends, you need a fucking check. You need a reality check right now, because that is fucking disrespectful. Not only is that not respectable as a person, but that's just low, you know? That's just low. Like, why would anyone do that? So if you kind of question yourself a little bit in this video, and you kind of feel like you fit what I'm talking about, then maybe you need to make a change, because, you know, that's not cool. You know, just keep to yourself. And I never understood when someone was like, oh, what's this person doing, or what's that person doing, or what's going on with this people. Like, who the fuck cares? That's none of my business, you know what I mean? Like, that's not your business, that's their business. Who the fuck cares? So, like I said, keep to yourself, keep it real, don't fucking let anyone disrespect you, and, you know, live on happy. Get shit off your chest. Don't linger on shit. Don't keep grudges. You won't live happy. So I think we'll end off with that. Alright guys, peace.